various kinds. The foremost being giving an opportunity to young research scholars to exchange their views and findings with their peers, listening to the endowment lectures from senior professors, and then so we are very happy that our esteemed Professor Ram Reddy Garu has joined us in these celebrations. We are extending a very hearty, very brief in the keynote address as advised by the President, Professor Srinivas. Original plan was to talk to you about the state of the art, what is happening in the mathematical sciences. This was the topic I have chosen. I will just make a reference to that. A series of publications from American Mathematical Society started coming up from the year 1993 up to 2012. 10 volumes they have released at the rate of 1 volume for 1 year or 2 years. All these volumes carry the title, What is Happening in the Mathematical Sciences? Very interesting information you will get. Each volume contains 10 or 12 articles from very reputed scholars of mathematics who have spent their lives to enrich their respective fields. So I have chosen some topics from those 10 volumes and wanted to spend 2 or 3 minutes on each topic, and that will be a long affair. So I will deviate from that and come to the very, very salient features, taking into account the title of or the theme of this conference, that recent advances. So when you talk of recent advances, some episodes come to our mind. The first episode, according to me, is the proof of the Fermat's last theorem by Andrew Wiles, published in the year 1993 with small error, and again rectifying that error, he gave a lecture for 9 hours in Cambridge University at the rate of 3 hours per day, and then established the validity of the Fermat's last theorem. So that is a very historic event, an event of the century, hailed by entire mathematical world. Andrew Wiles, who is now at the University of Oxford, earlier, at the time when he proved this, he was working as professor in the University of the Princeton University, New Jersey, USA. And you see, way back in the year 550 BC, starting with Pythagoras, coming to Diophantus, and then coming to Fermat, and ending with Andrew Wiles. This great episode has 2 important books which has influenced or directed the entire research work starting from Pythagoras onwards. One book is Arithmetica by Diophantus. It so happened Fermat had the habit of browsing mathematics. Browsing mathematics is a little different from serious study. You take a magazine and read it, not for examination, not for answering questions in an interview, so just for pleasure. You read books for pleasure. So that is called browsing. So Verma was browsing the book written by Diophantus titled Arithmetica. That was in 17th century. So in the margin he wrote, all those things are famous. And that is regarding Pythagoras theorem. X power n plus y power n is equal to z power n has no integral solutions for n greater than 2. I have a marvelous proof for this theorem. What is the theorem? No solutions for n greater than 2. But the space here is not sufficient to write the details of the proof. So he passed away. Many minds like Gauss, Cauchy, even Srinivasa Ramanujan, Lagrange, Sophia Germain, all those people, they put their minds, they could not solve. So it remained a riddle, it remained an unsolved problem. And that was resolved by Andrew Wiles. That is why we say it's a historic success. So that is one trend. Another trend I would like to make reference to is the RSA algorithm in securing information. Rivest, Shamir and Andelman. RSA algorithm, all are young scientists way back in 1978. So all the cryptography has come to life because of this. Because so far there is no better way of keeping secrecy or sending secret messages, security point of view than this one. So they got a patent also for this. So this is the second one. Depending on the nature of prime numbers and the factorization. The third one I would like to make a reference is slightly related to this one, but it has its own importance. Deciding when a number is prime. When a number is given, how to decide whether it is prime. One way is the Banda method, that is starting, dividing, everybody can do that, high school child also can do it, but it will take 20 years or 30 years. So is there a shortcut method of deciding the primality of a number? Agarwal, Kayal, Saxena from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. Agarwal was the teacher, Kayal and Saxena were his research scholars. A few years back, maybe 10, 12 years back, they came out with an algorithm which decides the primality of a number very fast, very quick. And the time that they take is the polynomial time. You know, recently both philosophical and scientific significance is given to this issue NP versus P. NP stands for non-polynomial time. P stands for polynomial time. For young students, without bothering with high words, a polynomial time is a smaller time. A non-polynomial time is a longer time. Mathematical examples will be a linear function versus an exponential function. Suppose you have y is equal to ax plus b. As x changes, y also changes. As x changes slowly, y also changes slowly. Suppose you have y is equal to e power x. When x changes at a certain rate, y changes with exponential rate. So that is non-polynomial. This is polynomial. So they have found out an algorithm which serves the purpose of deciding the formality and the time taken is the polynomial time. So that is the great thing associated with the findings of Agarwal, Kyle and Saxena. That is one recent advancement in science, in mathematics, which merits a mention on an occasion like this. The other one I would like to quote is the work of Jang, J-H-A-N-G, Jang. Overnight he was made professor, overnight. Yesterday he was a contract lecturer. Today he is a full professor. How? Because of this findings which got international acclaim in a very short time. What he did was, you know, the occurrence of prime numbers on the number line. So if you carefully see the proof of Euclid about the infinitude of prime numbers, he never used this word infinity. He said without end. So clearer ideas about configurations and with the advent of Cantor. If a number is given, if you are asked when can the next prime number can be expected, there is no answer for that. In the numbers from 1 to 1000 you want to tell, but take 1 billion. At the point of 1 billion or at least one prime number is bound to be there in that gap. So very beautiful, very, very meritorious finding. So for that,
good morning. Dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, and dear students, delegates of the conference. A very good morning, and on behalf of Andhra Pradesh Society for Mathematical Sciences, a warm welcome to you all. Indeed, in 1986, this august body has come into existence, and over a period of this 31 years, the society could conduct 26 annual congresses, and last year we have celebrated at Vijayanagar the Silver Jubilee Congress of APSMS. The senior professors of mathematics served the society as presidents and at some time as general secretaries also, and served the society to bring that at present status. Really, it gives an opportunity to become a member of APSMS and every year to attend the annual congresses of APSMS, followed by the national conferences. I congratulate the present President, Professor T. Srinivas, for taking over the church as President of APSMS, and Dr. T. Nagaya as General Secretary, and Professor G. Vishwanath Reddy as Office Secretary, and all other office bearers of APSMS. I also congratulate the Department of Mathematics, Kakatiya University, for coming forward to conduct the Congress as well as the National Conference. I hope that Professor T. Srinivas and his executive members will conduct the various activities of APSMS in a befitting manner and bring APSMS into limelight, and also this will be a model society that is working for the knowledge in mathematics, and especially the young students will definitely get an opportunity to listen to the experts in mathematics, and also you can plan your future. After your post-graduation, you can plan your future. And I wish all the success to Professor T. Srinivas and his team, and also the director and organizing secretary of this conference. Thank you.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, senior most professors of the dais, students, and my dear colleagues, I really feel privileged to be a part of this APSMS, and as knowledge-wise, the young students that are found here, you have an ocean of knowledge that you can gain in these 3 days. So I advise all the student friends here to take maximum advantage of the lectures that are going to come in these 3 days. And I wish the 3-day function a grand success. Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you very much. He came from Chennai. He is visiting.
On the dais, respected seniors of the dais, participants, invitees, my dear students and research scholars, good afternoon to all of you. And this 3 days national conference on recent advances in mathematics is very useful to all of us. It provides a platform to researchers and academicians to exchange our ideas, and also this platform provides to strengthen our AP Society for Mathematical Sciences by joining some more members as right members. I hope this 3-day national conference will be a fruitful one, and wish you all the best to all of you. Thanks to the organizers for providing me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reddy. He came.
Respected dignitaries onto the dais and professors, Professor Arunachalam garu, Mr. Nagaraj Rao garu, and all the senior faculty members, a warm welcome to 26th APSMS conference in advances mathematics and its techniques. So, I am happily participating for the past 10 years APSMS when I was a research scholar at NIT. This is my first platform on the Society for Mathematical Sciences, where I have learned real research and what is meant by research and how to do the research work, etc. It is a correct platform to learn young research scholars as well as students. And the keynote address person, today's great legend, he was given a lecture in International Congress of Mathematicians 2010.